but like, how do you be a therapist without sounding like a therapist? And that's a question that I'm still trying to figure out. So it's another very beautiful day today, and if you're new to my channel, my name is Brianna and I am a senior music therapy student only for 2 more days because I am graduating. But this video, I'm gonna be really honest and really just truthful about my thoughts. Just at being a therapist, specifically a music therapist for these past 3 years. I guess it's more of my thoughts as a student music therapist or just things that I learned. And I don't know, I've been thinking about making this video for a few months now, and I just wanted to gather all my thoughts and just present it all and share with you all. And I'm not a professional yet, but I soon will be. But yeah, again, these are all my thoughts and my personal experiences. And yeah, so I think you could take it as you want, but these are, again, my personal experiences. And so I think first off, I just wanted to give a little, I don't know, just a little backstory, I guess. And I feel like I'm a pretty confident person in general. Like, I chase after my dreams, I go after what I want a lot of times, but that doesn't stop me from feeling unqualified. I wrote some stuff down. Anxious, imposter syndrome, not good enough, and oftentimes discouraged. And these thoughts are, I don't know, just me being really hard on myself and just wanting to be the best therapist, best musician, best friend, best sister, best daughter, best girlfriend, just the best in every part of my life, I guess. And so learning and going to class and, you know, working with classmates, working with other therapists, working with clients and patients, it's like really hard emotionally, physically. I don't really like sleeping, or like I don't sleep at good times, but that's just my fault. But I take a lot of naps. But anyways, off topic. Just very, very tolling on the mind and the body, I guess. And these are some of the things that I wish I knew before I became a therapist. So the first thing that I wish I knew or was reminded more is that you are first a person before you are a therapist. And I think my identity, I consider myself, or I'm just gonna name some of the things I identify with or as. I'm Asian American, I am a Christian, I am, what else am I? I'm a daughter, I'm a girlfriend, I am a sister, I am a friend, amongst a lot of other things. And so with all these identities, it obviously impacts how I talk to my clients and my patients. And as you learn to communicate and interact with your clients and patients, it's like your values and stuff will inevitably come out, you know. And obviously as a therapist, you're more of like a third, you're just helping and like giving advice and like, you know, helping someone through their struggles. And so, but at some point, again, like who you are really affects how you are as a therapist, right? And so I think during these past few months, in my last fieldwork site at the speech clinic, it was like a new population I never worked with, and I found myself struggling a lot just to, you know, be a therapist, I guess, be a good therapist. And during those times, I think, again, like I said, I'm Christian, so I think I was relying on my own strength and not on like God's strength. And I am only as good of a therapist as I am when I'm leaning on Jesus and God and just putting my trust in Him. And I think my mom reminded me that, you know, if I was the perfect therapist, like why would I need Jesus? If I was a perfect friend, perfect person, why would I need Jesus, right? You know, I'm a sinful, flawed person, and only through Jesus am I able to love more and be more compassionate and be the best therapist I can be for my clients and patients. And I think one of my biggest goals is to, you know, even if I don't go like, oh, I'm Christian, like, or like say it very openly to my clients, like every time, I want it to be more of like shown, like that my love and my compassion for serving them is a reflection of Jesus's love. And so I think that is my number one goal. So again, I just try to remember that, like, you know, all that I am, you know, a person, a Christian, like, I can't help others if I'm not like the best me I can be, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's something I wish I knew before studying therapy. So another thing I wish I knew was you might not always know or have the right words to say. And I don't think I realized how hard it is to be natural in a therapy setting as a therapist, right? Like, you know, when you're the client, it's kind of like you just kind of like answer the questions, I guess. And so, but being the therapist, like, because I'm so new, I'm a student, like, I have to think about like what I want to say, right? You know, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm so scared of like getting the client slash patient mad. What if I hurt their feelings? What if I'm too mean? What if I'm too nice? Like, all these thoughts going in my head, right? And I think I'm a very good small talker with strangers and people, but when you put me into a therapy setting, I'm like a robot. Like, I'm so awkward. And this past semester, my supervisor, who was amazing and like was just helping me, you know, like helping me, I guess, step out of my shell and like kind of like tough love, teaching me how to be more or have better interpersonal skills, I guess. Just connect, have more meaningful conversations with a client. Like, even you can really focus on like the techniques like that because I was working with a speech client again, so like it was very like specific, like, you know, like the interventions were working on like verbs and stuff. But at the same time, how can I still connect with him and like talk about like, you know, just everyday things? Because again, I'm a person first before I'm a therapist, right? So I think that kind of ties hand in hand. And I think for myself personally, I double barrel or triple barrel question a lot. So I'll like ask a question and then clarify my question with another question. And then the client's like, huh? Like, which one do I answer? So I think that's a learning process. Again, I've gotten better. But as, again, like sometimes there's no words to say, I guess also. Like you just learn to wait in the silence. Just silence is okay, right? You know, like it's okay to sit in the silence. And as you learn, I think you learn to read also, like if when to wait and like when to like actually like talk and converse, I guess. And so again, like it's just all a learning process, learning the right things to say. Like we have a book, right, called Effective Helping, and like there's like phrases that are very therapy like, but like how do you be a therapist without sounding like a therapist? And that's a question that I'm still trying to figure out. So another thing that I wish I knew is to remind yourself to believe in yourself. And that sounds so easy, but I struggle with it so much. Like, I'm confident in a lot of different areas, like, I don't know, like writing songs, playing guitar, making covers, making videos. And for some reason, when I'm in a therapy setting, when I'm leading a music therapy session, I'm just like a turtle in a shell, crawling back into its shell. Like, I'm like, there's no confidence whatsoever. Okay, I've gotten a lot better because I've been practicing as a music therapy student for 2 years out of my 3 years here at Pacific, so I am a lot better. And I'm ready, confident enough to go into my internship, which is at a hospital, and I'll share more about that in a future video. But I feel prepared, I'm more confident, but it wasn't always like this. Like, yeah, I can sing a song in front of people, make a cover, but being a therapist, specifically a music therapist, is very different. Like, you have to learn to sing, stop, and then get back to right where you are. Sing, help a client like play their shaker, and then go back. So like there's like so many different like aspects that I never thought of. It's like performance anxiety, but worse, because not only are you performing, but you're also interacting with like my clients. And so I was so nervous so many of the times of my sessions, I could barely even eat before a session, right? And that's just me not believing in myself that I could do it. And again, just remind yourself that you can do it. And it really helps that you have friends and family that really support you and believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. So yeah, I think believe in yourself. You can do it. Another thing I wish I knew is to always find time for yourself. And I think as a therapist, we always tell clients and patients self-care is important. And it really helps that, you know, all of our professors always remind us like self-care is important, like how are you practicing self-care? And I think for myself, I have a lot of trouble saying no. So I was a student leader in a Christian club called Asian American Christian Fellowship for the past few years-ish while I was here at Pacific. And this semester I said no because I knew I was overworking myself with like 15 hours of work, 15 classes I had, and you know, I was spending time with boyfriends, roommates, friends, calling family members, just so many different things, and making videos, of course, right? And so finding time for myself was a struggle. Like, honestly, I think that is hard, right? Like, and find things that you are passionate about that is not your work, like outside of work. And it's kind of hard because the thing I do love to do most is play guitar and make music, right? So I need to find other hobbies that also fuel my passion, I guess, and one of them is making videos, right? But then even then I try to, like, you know, it's still music therapy related or music related, right? And I think I love adventure, like I love nature, I love traveling, so, you know, just making little trips with friends and my boyfriend, like, has been really, like, fruitful in, like, me growing outside of my job and schoolwork. And yeah, so I think, again, like, practice that self-care, like set your boundaries and just practice saying no when you can't handle it. Because like if you're anything like me, then you're always trying to help other people and like trying to, like, you know, like split yourself, and then at the end you like find yourself being pulled in like so many different directions, and that's not good for anybody when you're not the best you can be, right? And so I don't know, that sounds very therapy like, but it's very true. So find time for yourself. So last but not least, what I wish I knew, but also kind of already knew coming in, is to surround yourself with friends and family that believe in you. And I honestly can't thank God enough that He has blessed me with such an amazing family, first off, boyfriend, and friends. Like, so supportive in every aspect, just me as a person, musically, therapy, and just all aspects of life. And I don't know, I'm just so thankful. Like, you know, every time I'm struggling with, you know, like thoughts of not feeling good enough, thoughts of feeling unqualified, doubting if, you know, am I right to be a therapist, right? They always know how to uplift me, point me back to Jesus, and, you know, just pray for me, and so they just know how to support me. And that is super important, especially as a student therapist, right? I need people that I can lean on, a shoulder to cry on, just people to hang out with, I guess. And yeah, like, so important, so important. I would not be who I am without my family and friends. Definitely not. Yeah, so I guess those are some of my thoughts that I have or had these past few years as a student therapist. And I'm a very self-reflecting person, and I'm always trying to be a better therapist, a better friend, a better girlfriend, a better sister, daughter, you name it, right? I'm always trying to be better. But I think a lot of times it just means I'm really hard on myself, and I don't give myself room to fail and get back up. Like, I'm not willing to fail. Like, but it's okay to fail. I think that's what's important to know, because you will be better when you're out of it. And again, if you surround yourself with people who believe in you, and then you start believing in yourself, and just lean on God, and you're gonna be the best version of you can be. And yeah, so I think these are just some of the things that I wish I knew before I became a therapist, specifically a music therapist. But I love my job, and I'm so excited for my next chapter. And yeah, all glory for God. All right, Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to live life you can't put into words. Peace.